Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Colbert Vape Report. I'm Tan Colbert, and today we're taking a look at an atomizer from Eleaf. Eleaf has redesigned their G16 atomizer to be called the GS Air. It is a 2.5mm atomizer sitting right here on the iStick. It is designed to run up to 20 watts, and it comes in at a very, very cheap price point. Let me go over the specs real quick. The website I found it on, which is out of stock at the moment, is smokecityca.com, and they have it listed for $14. So $14 for a tank, not a bad price at all. And replacement heads are $17 for a 5-pack. This comes with the mouthpiece, the tube, it comes with one head, and the base. It says the head is 2 parallel 3-ohm coils, which comes out to 1.5 ohms. It says it's made to ensure no leakage and no burning taste. It has adjustable air inflow, which is with a little screw there, which I'll show you down in the close-ups, kind of like e-grip style. It has a e-juice window, like you can see here, which I believe is made out of Pyrex, that holds 2.5 mils of e-liquid, and it has a removable 510, just like that, with a really sturdy O-ring, which I don't know why you'd need to remove the drip tip unless you just wanted a shorty style drip tip for a more stealthy vape experience. It's recommended that you use it on the iStick or another 20-watt battery, and the GS Air is perfectly designed for the iStick. So let's start out here at 15 watts. It's respectable for a tank. I can tell you right now, you're not going to get near the performance you would out of, say, a Nautilus Mini, but this comes in at way under the price of a Nautilus Mini. You're talking $15 to $40. It holds 2.5 mils of liquid. It does have slightly adjustable airflow. You can turn it down way tight for lung or mouth to lung, and you can open it up for a more airy draw, but not near just a full lung hit. You have to tailpipe it a little bit. But you still get respectable vapor production. Flavor isn't bad. It's not going to be on par with the Nautilus Mini because of how their bottom vertical coils are made, but the flavor is not bad. That's at 15 watts, and usually you can't go that high on a Nautilus. So, since we have the iStick here, let's crank it up to 20 watts and see what our performance is. And 20 watts at 1.5 ohms is 5.4 volts. It really kicked up the heat a little bit. It also kicked up the flavor quite a bit. So this can handle 20 watts. So if you're looking for a stealth system for your iStick, I'll see if I can find a smaller drip tip when we go down in close-up so we can look at more of a shorty setup. But let's dive up close and take a look at the GS Air Atomizer. Alright, so here we have it, the GS Air Atomizer. As you can see, you have a 2.5mm Pyrex tank here. You have the removable drip tip. This is a drip tip off of a Patriot because it's a little bit smaller than the stock drip tip. Here is the stock drip tip. Just a little bit smaller. I think it looks a little better. But any 510 drip tip should work just fine. Here on the bottom, doesn't really have any markings. It does have your 510 there, and yes, air does come through that 510, but it's very, very minimal air. So I don't think you would have to worry about getting in air through there. Most of your air will come in through these two air holes on either side. Now also you have your air adjustment right here. Now, one thing I wish Eleaf would do is include a screwdriver that is the right size, because usually when you get this, it is very pushed in. But you can adjust it with your fingernail in or out. The tighter you adjust it towards the inside of the base, the less airflow you'll have, and the looser you make it, the more airflow you have. You can also remove the screw completely, but if you do that, you will get more airflow, but you can also bring yourself more prone to leakage. In order to take off the base, you just hold it on the bottom and unscrew the bottom. It's very, very easy to remove. Set this off to the side, hope it doesn't fall over. And here we have your base where you can see your adjustable airflow, and you can see the atomizer. Now the atomizer appears to be almost exactly like the e-grip atomizer. It looks almost exactly the same. Let me get you some focus here. It looks almost exactly the same. See, it says 1.5 ohms there on the side, and it has the little plastic protector on top. Once that insulator starts fraying up, you know you really need to replace it, because that can blow out your coil. Alright, and then in order to replace your atomizer, you just take it, screw it back on there, make sure it's nice and snug, and you are ready to go. Now down here inside the tank, you see you have your chimney, and in order to fill e-liquid, you just take your liquid, which my Gemini is over here. You take your liquid, and just like you would any other tank, just make sure you fill around the air hole and do not pour directly into the air hole, or you will get juice in your mouth. And nobody likes juice in their mouth. So keep that point in mind, and you should be good to go. Then you just replace your atomizer head or your base. Make sure it is tight. And then you watch for the air bubbles to let you know that the juice is getting to the coils. And you are ready to vape again. Alright, let's go back out to the regular view, talk about it, vape on it a little bit, and I will give you my final thoughts of the GS Air Atomizer. So the GS Atomizer, what do I think about it? But it's a very, very good tank for its price point. For $14, or for $15, you get a tank that fits on your iStick and can take full advantage of the 20 watts of the iStick. And it actually runs at the 20 watts. It's a nice looking tank, it's very stealthy. You can hold 2.5 mils of liquid, but keep in mind, vaping at 20 watts, you will go through the liquid faster than you would on, say, a Nautilus vaping at 7 to 12 watts. At 20 watts with a 1.5 ohm coil, you will go through it faster. And also, you can get the replacement heads, which should be available in B&Ms that sell this. They look like the e-grip heads, but I'm not sure if they are exactly like the e-grip heads. But they are $17 a 5-pack. So it's cheaper than $20, $22 a 5-pack. $17 is still a lot, and I do not know that these are rebuildable. So keep that in mind. Also, the only thing I don't like about this device is that the airflow is just like the e-grip airflow with that little screw. I would like to see the screw just completely gone, and maybe seen a clicky airflow control. And also, there is a little bit of noise. While drawing on the device. Now, that's not a deal breaker by any means, but for people looking for a stealth vape, it might be a little too noisy for them. But you really can't complain for the price. For $15, you get a nice tank that fits on your iStick and can go up to 20 watts. A lot of people already have iSticks. I think this would be a good beginner tank for somebody using an iStick, besides the Pro Tank and things of that nature. If they can find a B&M that has the coils in stock, I think that would work very well for them. Right now, I have not been able to find anywhere that this is in stock. At Smoke City, CA, it is out of stock. Let's see. Okay, they are on eBay right now. You can find them from eBay, from iSmoka and Eleaf, and they are $14.95 on eBay. So, but they are on pre-order. These will not ship until December 18th. So keep that in mind. A lot of the shipments are scheduled for December 18th, so that's probably when most of the stores will be getting them in stock. So keep this in mind for Christmas. You probably won't be able to get it in for Christmas time, sadly. But if you can, it'd be an awesome starter device for many people if you're looking for a cheaper option for the iStick paired with something else. If you want a probably better performing option, you can go with the Nautilus Mini, but keep in mind the Nautilus Mini is around $40. This is $15, so you have to get your vape budget hands and see which one would be right for you. For a beginner, this is not bad for a $15 tank at all. It does have its cons with a little bit of the noise. I think if you chamfered the air holes a little bit, that would go away. And with the adjustability, You have to carry around a little bitty screwdriver, but if you have it set, you set it, forget it. You won't have to worry about it. It looks great on the iStick. There's not a lot more to say about it. You can't really go wrong with a $15 tank. Alright guys, this has been Tanko Bear with the GS Air Atomizer from Eleaf, made for the iStick. 20 watts, 2.5 mils. Great tank. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. It would have got a full 10 out of 10 if the airflow would have been adjustable by some other means than the little screw there. That's just a little inconvenient for most people to have to carry around a small screwdriver, but if you set it once, you probably won't have to set it again. I hope that they include the screwdriver in future shipments, but we will see. I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, happy vaping.